Miranda Kerr admits to battling depression after her divorce from Orlando Bloom. Lindsay Lohan attempts to describe her newfound accent from her travels. And Gigi Hadid dishes about Taylor Swift's low-key Halloween party. Plus all the best celeb sightings of the week from our team of over 2,000 photographers around the world. That's all on Splash, the paparazzi's own TV show. Things may be going well for Miranda Kerr now that she's engaged to the billionaire Snapchat founder, but it was a different story back in 2013. That's when she split with ex-husband Orlando Bloom, and the model spoke about the dark place she found herself when it all happened. Kerr was speaking with Elle Canada when she made the revelation, and she even admitted to battling depression following the dissolution of her marriage with Bloom. The 33-year-old added that she never understood the depth of depression or the reality of it because she was naturally a very happy person. Miranda found her way out of depression by learning that every thought you have affects your reality and only you have control of your mind. Luckily, she says she learned a valuable lesson about inner strength in the years following her split. She has this philosophy that we should all be like willow trees because people think that in a big storm, the oak is the strongest tree, but it's actually the willow because it's very flexible. Regardless of that, we're just happy she's happy and back on the right track.
What's the best way to teach your girlfriend about football?
Your virgin I don't have a girlfriend, I have a boyfriend.
Well, I'm trying to explain from a woman's perspective.
I'm just joking. Just watch as many games. Take her to a game.
Ooh, nice.
Well, that's seal the deal right there. The excitement, you feel it like being there.
Being at the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I love being at the game. Awesome. Get her a pretzel.
Thanks, Aaron. Have a good one.
That's what's up.
Facial time.
Okay, so it's hard to hear it on Lindsay Lohan there, but it turns out a facial isn't the only makeover she's received while spending extensive time away from her United States homeland. Those interviewing the actress have noticed she's speaking with a different accent, and apparently she's not denying it either. She reportedly tells the Daily Mail, "It's a mixture of most of the languages I can understand or am trying to learn. I've been learning different languages since I was a child. I'm fluent in English and French, can understand Russian, and am learning Turkish, Italian, and Arabic." It's actually hard to believe that it was 4 years ago that Lindsay moved from the US to London for work and has more or less stayed abroad ever since. We suppose it might be common to start sounding a little different. Then again, the New York Post Page 6 reports that she wants her new dialect to be called Lilohan. So we'll see if that catches on. Bradley Cooper may be walking down the aisle to say, "I do." E! News reports that the 41-year-old actor and his 31-year-old love, Irina Shayk, have been in discussion about their future together, and it sounds like things could be getting more serious. Fans have noted that the couple hasn't been seen together in public, but an insider claims that the couple remains very private about their romance since it began in early 2015. The insider added that the couple is doing better than ever, that they're in an extremely happy place, and they've even discussed marriage and kids. Brad is currently hard at work, getting things going for his directorial debut of A Star is Born, a remake of the classic film with Lady Gaga in the lead. Irina continues to make a name for herself as one of the top supermodels in the world. So you could say things are going well for this power twosome. And if they actually do get married, we can imagine just how much better things will get.
You know, the musical Hamilton was huge. Have you gotten any residual, like...
No, I do feel a little something about that because it is family, and I should have.
Yeah.
I did go see it, and I saw it. I think I saw it the last night.
Wait, are you really related to Alexander Hamilton?
Well, we can't really, in truth, you can't really find that out because he, I think, was an illegitimate child, I think.
Right.
And he was born in Nevis, West Indies.
Right.
But certainly one of the great men of all time. But I don't know. That's something I should look into.
You haven't tried to trace it or anything like that?
No, I haven't. Tanning's been hard enough.
Don't look for Lil Wayne at a Black Lives Matter rally. The rapper doesn't feel a connection to the movement, which advocates against the killing of unarmed black civilians by police officers, among other objectives. Lil Wayne tells ABC News, "That just sounds weird. I don't know that you put a name on it. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by a policeman for a f***ed up reason." In fact, Lil Wayne has been rapping about his affluence for years and doesn't identify with the struggles that many are protesting about. He tells ABC, "I am a young, black, rich If that don't let you know that America understand Black lives matter these days, I don't know what it is. My life matter, especially to my The rapper might not have the most popular view, but sums it up with, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, I ain't connected to it. Lil Wayne still spitting hot takes, even when he's not rhyming. Have the Kardashians lost their magical touch? New reports claim that the reality TV show juggernaut might be losing its steam as ratings for the show continue on a downward trend, which is probably why E! Network has tried its hand at daytime TV. But for years now, naysayers have been predicting the end of the show. Actually, some saw the writing on the wall as far back as 2013. Radar Online even reported that the show's lowest ratings ever came in for the August 28, 2016 episode, writing that only a measly 866,000 viewers watched the episode, giving it the worst ratings in franchise history. 2 episodes before that, the show was hit with its lowest rated number, with a meager 1.17 million viewers, so you can see the dip in ratings. The show has been on since 2007 and has already had 12 seasons. Now the question is, how many more can we expect?
So with Vine shutting down, are you guys going to try and save it, or do you think it's just ready to go?
I mean, we can give our opinion, but ultimately it's not up to us.
Well, you guys could buy it.
Facebook got a little free. Buy Vine out? Man, I don't know about that one.
Gigi Hadid probably could have attended her party of choice in New York City for Halloween, but she tells the Today Show all about her low-key All Hallows Eve girls' night. She tells the Today Show, Halloween was really cool. We were all working, so my friend just had a little girls' night at her house. Oops, forgot to mention that her friend happens to be Taylor Swift, and the guest list was a bevy of other models, including Camila Cabello, Martha Hunt, and Lily Donaldson. Shouts to Camila for wearing a funny grandma costume, where oops, she may have sat on Taylor's beloved cat Meredith. Gigi tells the Today Show what the gals did. There wasn't a lot of trick-or-treating, but she says, we have like chips and guacamole and pizza. Also, some speculated Gigi was some sort of cowgirl, but she explains, I found a Cub Scout shirt in Japan at a vintage store and I made a costume out of it. Scout's honor. Still to come, Blac, Chyna, and Rob Kardashian hope to make bank on reality TV baby special. Justin Theroux throws some shade at Brad Pitt, but insists he didn't mean to. And Heidi Klum arrives at her Halloween bash with a group of clones. With Blac Chyna due to deliver her and Rob Kardashian's baby soon, they're aware that with new life comes a big paycheck as well. According to TMZ, the reality TV star veterans are planning on making hundreds of thousands of dollars by documenting the birth and turning it into a whole baby special on their E! show, Rob and Chyna. Their fans will reportedly get full access into the delivery room with Chyna, and the episode will also be packaged with exclusive footage of her baby showers, and also some of the first grueling days after Chyna and Rob bring home their baby girl. Of course, Rob's probably learned a little bit from his sister Kourtney, who was the first Kardashian to bring a camera crew into her delivery room. Hey, you gotta pay for the kids' college tuition somehow, right? Might as well take care of it on the first day she's born.
But sometimes the under the pit makes it cuter, so how would you know?
Actually, that is true because I do prefer meat that is not typical. So, like maybe an underbite.
An underbite, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, watch out, guys.
And half fur, half not fur.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Hairless.
A hairless dog would win America's Next Top Model pet. Snores. Snores.
Gwen Stefani has been a pretty open book about her life since her divorce, but just because she shares doesn't mean the shame is gone. There's no doubt that Gwen's life is bright, but as Glamour magazine's Women of the Year cover girl, she has no problem telling the magazine that she's still embarrassed that her marriage to Gavin Rossdale failed. She tells the magazine, the intention of being married is the vow, right? You want to put everything into making it a success. Gwen also comes from a very steady family with 2 happily married parents. Gwen tells Glamour, I had to work really hard at marriage, all the time, like everybody, but ours was extra hard. When you add that we're from different countries, both of us being in music and celebrity, marriage was the one thing I didn't want to fail at. Now that Gwen has made a happy restart with boyfriend Blake Shelton, it's easy to see that she's the furthest thing from a failure. But we're sure fans appreciate her candidness. Justin Theroux just kinda sorta maybe said, Brad Pitt. Okay, the actor posted this image to his Instagram account, a mural by street artist Nick Flat, and the background is covered with this simple message. Facebook, politics, condoms, war, and oh yeah, Brad Pitt. See it there? Theroux hashtagged it current mood, and he made sure to say he's not shading anyone because he's not 11 years old. You can choose to either believe him or not. The Mail Online reported to have reached out to Justin's representative for comment, and it doesn't appear he's given one. Of course, you could say people are looking into this too much, or maybe suggest that he never saw Brad Pitt's name on there to begin with. But come on, you're smarter than that.
What do you think? You think the Cubs are going to take it this year?
Who wants the most?
Who do you want more, Cubs or Cleveland? Or you don't care?
I'm indifferent.
Can you get a photo?
Thanks, T.I.
Khloe Kardashian almost made it through Halloween without offending anyone, but the key word in that statement is almost. The reality TV star found herself in hot water for posting a photo of herself with superimposed rainbow dreadlocks, promoting her app that allows users to try on looks. Unaware that some people might have a problem with it, she even wrote that she absolutely despises the look, adding that dreads are really cool, but rainbow dreads are just too much. Fans hit out at the 32-year-old for appropriating Black culture, saying it's not a fashion trend and telling her to just stop. Then she got dressed up as Storm for Halloween and took this photo. Unfortunately, she was standing next to her friend who was dressed as a sheikh, and yet again, people told her about the insensitive blunder, pointing out the traditions aren't costumes. Sure, it wasn't her outfit, but you can see why people directed their ire in her direction. Yeah, while she might have had a great Halloween, you could make the case her publicist is working overtime today. Fans always thought Zayn Malik and One Direction were always moving towards positivity and success, but now the solo singer is a lot more honest about his intake in the band. In fact, the New York Post page 6 reports that his autobiography reveals that sometimes he wouldn't ingest anything at all. Zayn reportedly writes, "I was suffering from an eating disorder. It wasn't as though I had any concerns about my weight or anything like that. I just go for days, sometimes 2 or 3 days straight, without eating anything at all. It got quite serious." The singer believes that he used it as a means of control because others managed everything else, so food was the only thing he could govern by himself. Zayn discusses looking at pictures back from 2014 where he says he was his sickest, and you can definitely see how thin he appears. Although Zayn still suffers from anxiety, these days he seems to have much better control of his appetite and is in a healthier place.
Here's what I'm always curious about. So with famous, it's kind of dark, so I'm getting my light out.
Right.
When when a person makes it famous, in Latin America, crossing over, how hard is that?
Crossing over, I mean, it's a big risk. I mean, you just can't say, oh, I'm gonna cross over to a different genre. I mean, you gotta respect every single meaning of the genre. You know, if it's regional Mexican, if it's pop, if it's reggaeton, if it's anything, you have to respect it 100%. But besides that, I think music doesn't have barriers. You know, you could do different fusions with so much other people, and I mean, there's no barriers.
Right. But I mean, okay, what's better to be more famous at? In America or like Spain or Mexico? Where's better to be?
The United States is definitely a huge market. I mean, it's probably the biggest of every market.
Okay.
The United States, but Mexico is a huge, massive place where I mean, you have a huge tool, you know, there's a massive amount of people that support you.
Right.
Massive amount of people that just are with you, you know, and I feel like...
What's easier to sing in, Spanish or English?
I feel like Spanish is easier.
Yeah. Easier to sing in?
Yeah.
Last question. Is Chipotle considered Mexican food?
It says Chipotle Mexican Grill.
Looks like Heidi Klum had to put her name on the guest list 6 times this year for her Halloween party because she was rolling with her clones.
The middle one is her. The middle one.
Heidi went all out once again this year, this time finding 5 other models to get the same hair, prosthetics, makeup, and of course identical outfits to appear like her clones. The girl's hair is flawlessly similar, but upon closer inspection, despite being the same height, they aren't exactly twinning. We guess we're just not advanced enough yet to make people's faces look the exact same in real life. Honestly though, look at Heidi's costumes from some of the past years. We hate to say it, but we're not sure the clone idea really competes with some of these jaw-dropping Halloween outfits from Heidi's former parties. At least this year, she didn't have to spend hours and hours scrubbing off makeup. Still to come, Katy Perry transforms into her presidential candidate of choice, Hillary Clinton. Hilary Duff has to apologize for her insensitive costume depicting a Native American. And Kevin James dances like no one's watching during a Billy Joel concert. Did Katy Perry just win Halloween? We think you could make the case. Regardless of your political affiliation, you gotta love the singer dressed up as Hillary Clinton as she turned up to Kate Hudson's Halloween party. And we can't imagine how long it took to do that. She wore the traditional pantsuit, had the Secret Service by her side, and yup, even brought Bill along for the ride. There's some debate going on to the identity of Bill, with a lot of people believing it's Orlando Bloom. But from what we can gather, it's actually one of Katy's other friends. But Orlando is in the picture. You just have to look real close. Can you see him? Can you see him? There he is, dressed up as an oversized Donald Trump. Looking at them kind of makes you want to get out and rock the vote, huh?
What's going on, Michael?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Pretty good, pretty good.
What are your thoughts about Donald Trump? Do you think he actually has a chance of winning?
Well, I don't think anybody should rest easy until all the polls have closed. That's right.
So if he becomes president, what's it to us, like the American people? Should we be worried that he's actually?
Yes, you should be very worried if he becomes president. I hope that doesn't happen.
What about Hillary?
Hillary, I think we're going to be in great shape.
I think so
White
too.
House.
All right, thanks, Michael. Good to see you, man.
Don't get hit.
Love your work.
Hilary Duff has apologized. The singer used her social media to say she was so sorry to people she offended with her Halloween costume. She added it was not thought through, and she is truly sorry from the bottom of her heart. And yep, she now joins the list of Hollywood celebrities who wore costumes they never should have. As you might already know, Duff and her new man felt the wrath of social media when they showed up at the Casamigos Halloween party on October 28th as a Native American pilgrim duo. To make matters worse, it was their first public appearance as a couple. Social media read them the riot act for not considering how their costumes would be received by actual Native Americans. And we could see that writing was on the wall even before they stepped out in public. Duff posted this photo to her Instagram account, saying that the gun for her pilgrim costume showed up looking a little small. And from the comments on her page calling it distasteful, we could only brace for impact. Yep, Halloween in Hollywood certainly turns out to be more trick than treat every year.
Mariah, are you gonna give up the ring? Are you gonna give up the ring?
All right, you gonna give Nick a second chance?
Mariah Carey kept it mum when we saw her out and about in West Hollywood, California, and we don't blame her. The details surrounding her divorce continue to come in, and this latest round of rumors is shocking. TMZ now reports that the split between her and James Packer is because a former Scientologist, who was brought in to curb her spending, was an extreme influence on James, causing a huge strain in their relationship. And since Mariah uprooted her family from New York to LA, she wants James to buy her an LA mansion as part of their settlement, even though they were never married. Of course, that's not all. Word is Mariah also wants $50 million from Packer because the breakup left her so distraught that she had to cancel a leg of her tour. While James has yet to shoot down the demands, he is expected to respond to her very soon.
So I gotta ask, any reaction to Mariah's breakup?
You talking to me? I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. I had to ask. Had to ask.
Don't hear me.
All right, we'll talk about Halloween.
But these new, amazing, incredible headphones are really.
We can talk about Halloween. You dressing up anymore? Any more candy to be had? All right, I know. I gotta do my job here. I came all the way here. Well. Everybody, of course, is hoping maybe you and Mariah will get back together. So, of course, that's why I gotta be annoying. But, well, we hope for the best for you and your family, okay?
Appreciate it.
Hey, Rihanna, where's your costume? The singer attended a Halloween party in New York City, but as you'll see, she's completely draped in a jacket. No costume in sight. No headband, no accessories, no hat, no nothing. Did Rihanna seriously attend a New York City Halloween party dressed only as herself? It's likely that the jacket is just for warmth, and she is wearing a scantily clad costume underneath that only partygoers were privy to see, but we only have these pictures to go upon. She also Instagrammed pictures of a crew and her dog wearing big red hearts. Perhaps that's what's underneath the coat. Nevertheless, anyone wondering has to leave it up to their imagination, because if the pictures say anything about it, Rihanna was too cool to wear a costume to a Halloween party.
How do you like being back on the show?
It's been good.
Were you meant to be a dancer your whole life?
Yeah. Yes.
And so now because of an injury, I mean, you know, you're kind of back, and you think you can kind of steal the show now and win it all?
I'm just here to help out Team Stop and Go. I'm not trying to take anyone's spot.
No. But I mean, of course they called you, I mean.
Yeah, and I'm super honored. James is amazing, and he crushed it tonight, and I'm really hoping that Chyna gets better.
Oh, I know. Me too. And you look great.
Thank
hey,
you.
well, we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good one.
Sing and dance like no one's watching, right, Kevin James? The actor was at Madison Square Garden for the Billy Joel concert, and this man is a true fan. Kevin was jamming out front and center, beating his hands on the speakers like a drum, and singing along with all the classics. Here's a few seconds of Piano Man so you get the gist. And don't think that Billy Joel didn't notice the famous face in the crowd. Kevin and his friends, including brother Gary Valentine, looked like super fans, belting out along with every word. We doubt this is the first time Kevin has been to a Billy Joel concert, and we're sure that he has every single one of his songs on iTunes. Sure, he might be the star of Kevin Can Wait, but we're pretty sure he can't wait till the next time Billy Joel comes to town. That's all the time we have for this week. With thousands of photographers stationed around the world, who will we snap next? To find out, tune in next week to Splash, the paparazzi's own TV show. Everyone knows those gossip magazines at the grocery store are old news. That's why we give you the best celebrity stories and headlines on a daily basis. So sit back, watch, and be sure to like and subscribe. This way, you'll be the most popular person at the water cooler.